Hi, I'm Miss Jenny with Miss Jenny's Cleaning, and first of all, I want to thank everybody for watching my feather dusting video. It seems to be the most popular one, and if you've been using your feather duster by now, it's probably pretty dirty, like mine is. Today's my cleaning day for my house and my things that I use, so I've been taking care of all that, and my feather duster needs to be cleaned. So I'm going to tell you how to clean your feather duster, how to take care of it, and it's really actually pretty easy. So let's talk a little bit about the feather duster. I mean, my hands are getting kind of dusty, just stroking it, petting my feather duster. So it's time for this to get cleaned. Now, the feathers are made, all feathers are made out of keratin. Keratin's the same thing that your hair and your fingernails and your skin's made out of. So taking care of these really isn't any more difficult than washing your hair. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use cold water, only because I don't know what kind of glue is down in here or how these are all fastened, and I want this to last me a while. So I'm going to wet my feathers just like this. I'm just running it under the water, getting them wet. Let's see if I can turn this down so you can see. See here? That's all I'm doing. I'm just wetting them, and very gently, just kind of stroking out towards the ends. I want to wet down in here a little bit too. Okay, so here's my feather duster. It looks kind of like a wet dog or a wet cat. And I'm just going to use a little bit of dish detergent, just a drop, really. You don't need a lot. You could use shampoo, and then I'm gently just kind of massaging it in. Okay, and you can, well, I don't know if you can see, but the water's a little bit dirty. It's not too bad. And I'm gently squeezing it. I've seen other people wringing out their feather dusters. I don't like to do that. I wouldn't do that to my hair either, so I treat this just like I would, I'm going to add a little bit more soap, just a tiny bit. I treat this just like I would if I was washing somebody's hair or my own hair. I just try to be gentle with it. Since I'm not roughing it up, there's not a lot of suds, but if I squeeze it well, you can see how dirty. I think you can. It's pretty dirty. I had a dirty house, and there was a lot of dust. So anyway, the dust is coming out, and I'm just kind of squeezing it. I want to make sure I got down in here. Okay, and then I'm going to turn the cold water on again, and I'm just kind of same situation, letting the water run towards the end, just like you would if you were washing your hair, and gently kind of pushing the soap and the dirt out. I might give this one another quickie, because it really, I think it was a lot dirtier than I thought it was. Put a little more soap on there. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to suds up a lot more because I got a lot of dirt out the first time. So even like when you have to wash your hair sometimes twice, I guess this one was dirty enough it needed a second wash. So squeeze it a little bit, and then I'm going to rinse it out. Okay. So you want to make sure, it's really important to make sure that you do get all of the soap out, because what will happen is that the soap will be sticky on the feathers if it dries on there, and then it's not going to, your feather duster's not going to perform as well. So I'm just kind of squeezing this. I've seen people wringing it. I'm not going to do that. I'm just kind of squeezing it. I think I'm going to grab a towel. Just 1 second. Okay, so this is just a dish towel, and I'm going to wrap it around the feathers and just squeeze some more, like just kind of blotting it, just to get some more of the water out. Oop, I almost dropped it. Okay, so here's my feather duster, looking kind of like a paintbrush. So I'm just going to shake it like this so that the feathers loosen up, and they look pretty scraggly right now, and I'm just going to let it air dry. Once this is dry, believe it or not, all these feathers will puff out. I've heard that you can blow dry them. I never blow dry my feather dusters. I try not to put my mop heads in the dryer. I try to let them air dry too. I'm not a big fan of dryers actually, unless you have to. I'd rather line dry things. But anyway, this is my wet little Dr. Seuss looking feather duster. When it dries, I'll show you what it looks like, and it'll look a lot better than this, I promise. So I'm just going to set this someplace like this. I think, here's my little, my caddy. I'm just going to set it in here so that it can dry up, because I want it to dry out like that, fluffy. And when it's dry, I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. Thanks. Okay, so it's been, I don't know, a couple hours, and you can see my feather duster is nice and fluffy again. It doesn't look like that brown rat like it looked when it was first washed, and it's ready to do its job again. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like this video, please hit the like button below. Thanks again. I'm Jenny with Miss Jenny's Cleaning.